Hello and welcome to Bytesize History, History of the United Kingdom, brought to you by AI Cast. I'm your host Aidan. In today's episode, we will be exploring pre-Roman Britain, a period of British history that spanned from the late Iron Age to the Roman invasion of Britain in 43 CE. Pre-Roman Britain is a fascinating period of history, characterized by a rich cultural and political landscape. In this episode, we will delve into the historical context and examine the societies, cultures, and traditions that existed in the British Isles in the centuries leading up to the Roman invasion. The period of pre-Roman Britain began in the late Iron Age, around 800 BCE, and continued until the Roman invasion in 43 CE. During this time, the British Isles were home to a diverse range of societies and cultures, each with their own unique traditions and practices. One of the most significant factors shaping the political landscape of pre-Roman Britain was the arrival of the Celtic-speaking societies, which began to emerge in the British Isles in the Iron Age. These societies were characterized by their use of Celtic languages, unique social organization, and intricate art and cultural traditions. The political landscape of pre-Roman Britain was also shaped by the emergence of early British kingdoms, which began to develop in the late Iron Age and continued to evolve into the early historic period. These kingdoms were often centered around fortified settlements, and were characterized by complex social hierarchies and powerful elites. The societies of pre-Roman Britain were also shaped by their religious beliefs, which were often polytheistic and centered around the worship of a pantheon of gods and goddesses. The practice of religion was often tied to the natural world, with many deities associated with specific features of the landscape. The arrival of the Romans in Britain in 43 CE had a profound impact on the political and cultural landscape of the region. The Romans brought with them a new language, culture, and way of life, and their occupation of Britain lasted for over 400 years. During the Roman occupation, the political landscape of Britain was transformed. The Romans established a new system of government, and a network of roads and infrastructure that connected the British Isles to the rest of the Roman Empire. The Romans also introduced new technologies, such as the use of concrete, and new forms of art and architecture. Despite the significant impact of the Roman occupation, many elements of pre-Roman Britain continued to persist, particularly in rural areas and in the more remote regions of the British Isles. The languages, cultures, and traditions of pre-Roman Britain continued to be passed down through the generations, and would eventually influence the development of later historical periods, such as the early medieval period. The study of pre-Roman Britain is a rich and complex field, and our understanding of this period continues to evolve as new discoveries are made and new interpretations are developed. While the period of pre-Roman Britain may have been shrouded in mystery for many years, recent archaeological and historical research has shed new light on this fascinating and important period in British history. That concludes our episode on pre-Roman Britain, and its impact on the cultural and political landscape of the British Isles. Thank you for listening. If you liked the show, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time on Bytesize History.